It's 1 week later, we're back at the shop. We've had some time to let it sink in. Unfortunately, it wasn't a dream. It really happened. Alright, so in the previous episode we bought 7 cars, sight unseen, no idea if they run. They sat outside in the field, in the rain, with the windows open. So obviously we thought, great idea, let's buy them. So we dragged them back to our shop, and now we gotta think of a plan. But don't worry, we've got a perfect 5-step plan to turn this into a success. Joe's gonna tell you all about it. Joe, tell him, what's the 5-step plan?
Step 1, wash. Step 2, sell for profit. Step 3, buy a lift. Step 4, buy a boat. Step 5, dirt bikes. 5-step plan.
That sounds about right. We bought these cars because to us it seemed like a perfect opportunity. Bring them back on the road, make a profit, and we're actually gonna use the profit to invest back into the shop. Hopefully we have enough money to buy a storage lift. We're gonna wash every single car. We're gonna see what the condition is like, if the engine is okay, if it runs.
What engine it is, because we don't know.
Yeah, we don't really know. We're gonna then decide on what to do with each car, sell it as is, clean it up a bit, you know, that sort of stuff. We're gonna make it as organized as possible for you to fucking, I don't know. Yeah, we're gonna wash them, we're gonna make them nice, we're gonna make some fucking money and
buy boat.
Buy boat. Okay, now for something a bit special, because this kind of looks cool. It has a cool color, I really like it. You don't see this one often. It's a 4-door, no sunroof, which makes it a perfect base for like a race car, ring tool, something like that.
Yeah, it's clean.
But there's a big issue. The chassis number has been cut out. And we don't have any papers with this car. This really has potential, because the chassis is seemingly okay. We still have to check for more rust, but there really isn't a lot. So with it being a 4-door, a cool color, it's already a 6-cylinder, even though it's only 2-liter. It has potential, but it really depends on if we can get it back on the road and if the chassis is good, because those are the 2 big things.
Yeah.
The interior is absolutely destroyed.
Yeah.
It is completely fucked. So with that in mind, only 320, it has some issues, not being road legal. If we were to sell this as is, we really wouldn't get a lot of money for it.
No.
Probably, hopefully, like somewhere around 800 to 1,000 euros.
Yeah.
Which, maybe, when we come to think of it, is it really worth it?
So, as this doesn't really fit in one of either categories, it's not gonna sell as is because it's not really worth selling.
And if it did, it would only bring up like maybe 800 euros.
And it's not fixable for profit because it's way too much money to spend to get it fixed. So we had another idea.
Next point. We were already eyeballing this car like, it's a good base. It's a good base for a race car. So what if we give away the biggest piece of shit we have in here?
Yeah.
This car. And before we give it away, we actually make it nice. We turn it into a little boat.
We turn it into an actual sort of track car.
Yeah. The thing, however, is before we decide to give it away, we have to see if it's actually worth turning into a build. Because if the chassis is completely rotted out, then there's really no point in putting a bunch of parts on this. So later on in the episode, we're gonna check if this is worth saving, worth fixing. All right, we'll see this back later in the episode.
Well, for the final.
Either on the bridge or in the crusher.
Yeah.
Who knows? I don't know. Or on the scrapyard.
Yeah.
Well, technically,
Ja, het is goed klaar. Next. Watch this.
Beautiful. What's this color?
This one's gonna start as well.
What's this color?
Arctic silver.
Nee, Samoa.
Sunblow metallic.
That's unique.
A true gem. But this is probably a 2-liter?
Yeah, 2-liter.
2-liter.
Yeah? Druk dat ding eens erin, joh.
Oh, verdomme, de B4.
Jezus, man.
Het gaat ook van de winst af.
Als ik straks ook zo gaat, dan... En waarom start hij niet?
I think I found the reason why.
Yeah, did you find it?
Yeah. Well, technically I didn't find anything, so.
Maybe that's why it doesn't start.
Yeah, it's got fuel. Someone straight up just cut everything. Like this entire wiring loom, he was like, oh, we don't need that. So he cut away everything. Probably wheel sensors, fuel level, I don't know, but we're gonna hot wire the fuel pump because that's all we really need.
What the fuck? Oh. Ja, starten. Maar die andere lag die slang onder de...
2 gears? The green Coupe 325. A lot of people have been asking about this one because on video it seems to be a lot better than it really is. The pros are M50 engine, 3.2.
Shit ton of options.
Yeah, it's crazy on options. Cruise control, lights, headlights,
Washers.
Just
everything basically.
every single panel has some damage. The hood has been replaced at one point and the interior is completely fucked. I'm not sure if this is a keeper or a fixer or a seller.
Don't know.
We are gonna dive into this a bit further. If the chassis is rotten, and we did see some issues on the rear fenders, for example. Just like the others, we don't know if this one runs. It's not doing anything, so we're gonna look at this further, see if we can get it to start, run, drift. Tackle that later on in this video. We're gonna see if we can get this thing running, strip it down a bit, see what's what, see what's underneath all of this. Now this is an actual barn find. All right, we really got something special going on here. This is a mint one owner E36 318IS. It's been sitting still for 12 years. So we purchased the car sight unseen, not knowing anything about it, except that it's a cool sedan, Hellrot color, 4 doors, no sunroof.
Very low mileage.
Very low mileage. It has 143,000 kilometers. That is this many miles. Biggest issues are the clutch won't disengage, the engine we don't know, and for some reason the entire car is solid except for the driver's side door. So in a nutshell, low mileage, first time owner, sedan, it's red, it's a perfect color combination in my eyes.
Incredible interior.
Incredible interior. The interior is I'm not kidding when I say it's like a time capsule. So
The cons?
the cons are, I think there's one little rust issue at a jack point, which, I mean, considering it's an E36, there's no going about it. The door has to be replaced. It's not fixable in any way or shape. The engine, we have to see what's wrong with the engine or swap in a new engine. We have to fix the clutch and any other issues that might arise after we got it running. We're gonna
Fix this.
We're gonna fix this. We're gonna go the
And we're
extra
gonna
mile.
fix it the proper way, like
Yeah.
full.
So first of all, we gotta check what's wrong with the engine. We gotta check what's wrong with the clutch. And if we can manage to fix both of them, we have to see what's wrong with them. We can go further onto the exterior, make it nice. But we first have to find out what's actually wrong with it.
If it's actually broken or not.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be stuck. We turned the crank, seems fine. Other than that, we haven't touched it. So later on in the episode, we're gonna open this up, see what's wrong with it, see what's what. All right, this one's pretty rough. It has some good points, it has some bad points, but in a nutshell, it has a pretty good color. It's a 325, but it's been riced to shit with the E36 nose. Someone really did a stellar job on that one. Probably gonna be a seller. In order to unrice it, we would need an entire new front. So bumpers, grille, hood, fenders. It's too much to take on for just a simple renovation. Verdict, this one is gonna sell as is. It would prove to be a solid base for either a race car, a ring tool, or a drift car, but that's for someone else to put time and effort into. Before we can sell this one, it doesn't run, so we're gonna have to make it run. There's a fuel leak somewhere, so we're gonna trace that issue, test it for safety issues, reliability and performance, and then we're gonna list it, see if we can find a buyer, not a victim, a buyer. All right, let's fix it. So we found the issue. There's a massive fucking hole in the fuel hose.
And we like hose of fuel.
Ja, tje.
Niks.
So this was the issue. Durf me strak aandraaien.
Hoe kan dat nou, maat? Alles is nieuw aan die auto.
Leak number 4 we're trying to fix.
3 hours later.
Volgens mij.
You know what to say. 7 times the charm.
Let's go.
Zijn we ons matje? Test it.
For safety issues, reliability and performance.
One week later.
A 323 Sedan.
M52.
Pros, it's got a loaded interior, it's got a bunch of options. Cons, it looks like shit. It smells like shit.
No chassis number.
There's no chassis number, so there's no way to make this road legal. So yeah, with no way of getting this road legal ever again, there's really no point in trying to fix up the interior. So I say sell as is for parts or drift car, C10 car, I don't know. Yeah,
Get out of here.
sell.
So. Ja, staat gewoon op peil.
Plenty.
Ja, starten. Hij draait. Nou, jij maar even erin. Hij is al vrij.
What's the plan?
Ja, denk het wel.
How to stop squirt.
Ja, stop squirting.
E36 ASMR.
So, next on the list, Coupe, Calypso Red, automatic, slick top, 325.
It ticks all the boxes.
Yeah.
What
All
makes
of
an E36 valuable.
Yeah.
But it does come with a lot of ifs and buts.
It does.
Because, like most of the other cars, this has been sitting outside in the field with an open window in the rain for a couple of years.
Yeah.
Which means, by default, the entire interior is it stinks, it smells, there's mold everywhere. So, in order to get this car functional or nice again, we're gonna have to completely redo or replace the interior. We also have to check if the engine is still running, because even though we did get it to turn over on brake clean, we're missing a bunch of parts for whatever reason. So yeah, in a nutshell, 325 non-vinyls. It's a coupe, a slick top coupe at that.
It's got an individual interior.
Individual interior, but as you will come to expect, it does have a fair share of cons. The interior, complete garbage. We're gonna have to take it out. The engine, no idea if it runs. We're gonna have to see if it's good. The chassis, no idea. We're gonna have to see if it's okay. And we're missing a bunch of parts. So we're gonna have to dive into it further to really draw a conclusion. But for now, I say fix.
Yeah, definitely fixed.
Next.
Next.
All right, as you've seen in the previous episode, we already fixed it.
Yep.
I mean, it runs, it drives, it drifts. It's a perfect seat-time car.
Perfect.
There's really nothing else we can add to this. It's just a seat-time car, nothing else. It's too crooked to actually make into something else, but it doesn't matter. I mean, it's
The
a solid
pros?
drift car.
The engine is good.
Engine's good.
The older mechanical, hoe zeg je dat? Zeg maar de rest van
It's mechanically sound.
Yeah, mechanically
it's
sound.
proper. It drives good, brakes good. Everything works as it should. It's a bit dirty, it's a bit crooked, it's a bit damaged. But for a seat-time car,
perfectly
doesn't
fine.
matter at all.
The cons,
Cons.
it doesn't
I
look
mean,
great.
Yeah, there really isn't a con. Like, if you look at this as a drift car, as a seat-time car, there really aren't any cons. I mean, sure, if you compare it to like an E36,
but this
we
is not
don't
it.
have enough space on the screen to fill it with cons. But this isn't a normal E36. This is just a drift car, a seat-time car. So in the end, we're just gonna sell this as a drift car. We made it work. We made it function. Off someone else to have fun with.
Yeah.
All right. Next
Next.
up.
The next day.
All right. Let's see what this one is gonna store for us. It's alive. Okay, it's got spark. It's got spark. So it doesn't have any fuel. We can check that.
Undo the hose.
Actually, it has some fuel. No fuel. Right, well, put back the hose. Joe is getting a new fuel pump. Is that where fuel pumps are born?
Yeah. Push, push, push.
Cancelled.
Nee, maar als
We kunnen het eerst ook gewoon zo proberen.
Ja, dit is perfect joh. Kijk hoeveel slang hebben we.
Steek erop, hoppakee.
Het is plaats gas erop. Nee, zonder klem joh.
Zonder klem?
Ja joh. De slang is dik gezet joh.
Okay, so it runs.
Perfectly.
It has some issues. One of them being that for some reason there's a hole here in the valve cover with all seeping out. And it's not running on all cylinders, it's backfiring quite a bit. But it ran.
Hij doet niet.
Well, koppeling.
Ik heb de koppeling in, kijk als ik er eens één duw, gaat het naar voren. Zie je?
Had jij de slangklem niet vastgemaakt?
Maat.
Flashback.
Nee, zonder klem joh.
Zonder klem?
Ja joh. De slang is dik gezet joh.
Iedereen zei tegen mij, doe die niet vast, dat is niet nodig.
Ja, maar... Kijk naar mezelf.
Maar dat is niet mijn verantwoordelijkheid.
Nee, maar
Iedereen zegt tegen mij, die hoef je niet vast te doen.
Ik heb niet gezegd.
dit is gewoon... Maar nu weten we zeker dat de pomp werkt.
Okay, the engine runs. Problem is, the clutch doesn't work.
No clutchy.
No clutchy, just like that car. But we already used up the spare slave cylinder. Spare as in Mark's slave cylinder. So we're all out of spares. So we're gonna put it in the lift, see if we can
Fix it.
fix it. Bush fix. Bush mechanics. See if we can somehow get it to run because we need to test it.
Yes.
And we need to see what the status of this car is. If the car is even capable of going on a lift without.
Ik kan niet allemaal ook.
I found a jacking point. Oh, this is easier. Like you just put it like this, put it back. That is fucked. Holy shit. Yeah, I take back whatever I said. We're not gonna save this. So, I take back everything I said.
We're not gonna fix shit.
There's no way. There's just no way.
This is like the last time it's gonna be able to go on the lift.
Mate, I'd rather put my head beneath a guillotine than walk on here, because it's kind of the same thing. You can hear it slowly crashing down.
So next week we're gonna continue with Mark's car.
Test it for good. Not good. Very bad, actually. All right, I don't even need to poke here. This is like. Yeah. Holy sh! This one is fucked. Nice in.
Ziet het eruit.
The next day.
The guy said it was put away because something was stuck. He didn't know what. We tried putting a battery in and it started smoking immediately. The smoke came from the alternator, so we figured there was something wrong with the alternator. I just unhooked it, unplugged it, and we're gonna see if it starts. Zullen we de benzine bijgooien? So the meter isn't working, the fuel level meter. So it could either be broken or we could be out of fuel. But better safe than sorry, so we're gonna fuel it up just a little.
Is zo genoeg toe?
Ja. Kom maar.
We have spark, but no fuel, and there's no fuel pressure on the fuel rail. So it's either something with the connection to the pump or the pump itself. So we're just gonna check if it gets any. Waarom heb ik min? Het is een geknepen.
Oh, sorry, dan had ik het niet goed, hè?
Als jij nou even een klein schroefdraadje pakt.
Kijk, ik heb wel een nieuw pomp.
Ja, nee, dat helemaal goed, autodoc. Maar als jij nou eventjes...
Dit is gewoon een autodoc. Autodoc? Ja, autodoc.
Pak nou maar een kleine schroef.
Habibi!
Om de end op te
Habibi!
Hallo!
Ja?
Schroefdraai.
Af van dat kniptandje.
Maakt niet uit, als je pols maar doorsnijdt.
Jongen,
The mic probably wasn't on this entire time, so quick recap. We replaced the fuel pump. We made a mess, but it's fixed now. We hope. Maybe. We'll see. All right, new fuel pump, new test. This is the easiest thing ever. All right, we're gonna be giving away this car. We stripped it, we checked all of the major issues that the E36 normally has. And this is, to my surprise, pretty mint. Like, it's got no rust, even though it was full of water. I mean, no rust, relatively speaking. But yeah, we're not gonna show you this yet because this is gonna be an entirely new build series because we don't have enough already. So in one of the next episodes, we're gonna tackle this build and we're gonna show you everything we've done here, as you can see by the mess we've just created. But yeah, we are gonna turn this into an actual giveaway. Before we actually give it away though, we're gonna turn it into something special. We're gonna turn it into a ring tool. But more on that later in the next episode. But for now, this is neither fix nor sell. This is gonna be a giveaway. But yeah, so this is gonna be the last you see of this car on this episode because we're gonna put it away, we're gonna make some plans, and you'll see it in the next episode or somewhere after that. I don't know, we don't plan shit. You'll see somewhere, someday, maybe. Yeah. Okay, this is gonna be it for now. We've done plenty of stuff. We already took on more than we can handle, even before we started this entire thing. Yeah. Doesn't matter, that's how we usually do things. But yeah, in this episode we got rid of the green coupe that was completely rotted out, no point in saying that. We sold the drift car, gone. We sold the E36 conversion type car-ish, I don't know what to call it, also gone. The four-door green car, the 323, is going to be picked up next week.
Yep.
So that should get rid of at least 4 cars for now. That leaves us with the Hellrot, the Calypso sitting outside, and the Samoa blue Sedan.
So that's it for this episode and the 7 drift car series. We're gonna continue with the 2 red E36s, and of course you're gonna see more of the Samoa car that's gonna be given away. And most importantly, we need to make some time to finish this thing.
Okay, so I know a lot of you have been patiently waiting for this car, me too included, but we're working on it. We've been doing some boring stuff that takes a lot of time, like building the engine, some technical cool stuff you'll see in the upcoming episodes. But yeah, it takes a lot of time, and we've been also working on Mark's car. Mark has gone full retard, he's completely given in, he's given up actually. But yeah, we're building this into another race car as well. We're also filming the entire process. Meanwhile doing Cho's car, or repairing it more or less, building the giveaway car, trying to finish the GTR sometime, and we also took on the DTC projects that are, you know, gotta fit in somewhere, not sure where. But yeah, it's taken a lot more time than expected, Well, not really unexpected, we're just delusional, that's something else. Yeah, we both work day jobs and we do the filming, editing ourselves, so it takes a lot of time. We try to edit in the weekdays and evenings so we can spend time in the weekends filming and actually doing stuff. Unlike now when we're just editing upstairs all day, it doesn't make any sense. But it doesn't matter, we're trying to get these episodes out as fast as we can. But to be honest, it's a shit show, but that's just the way I like it.